Okay, and here we're going to begin. We're in the middle of the Pirkei Psicha in Shearim B'Tfilah. Yesterday we learned an incredible idea from Rav Chaim Vital. The Rav Chaim Vital taught us that the entire purpose of the creation right now we're in Ikvus of the Mashiach, the end of days. We've heard so many times how Mashiach is waiting by the door. So Rav Chaim Vital gives an eye-opening explanation. What that means is that our work nowadays, what we're supposed to focus on is davening. It used to be Torah, it used to be other things. But nowadays, what we have to put our focus in, says Rav Chaim Vital, and all the more so as the generations continue, is tefillah. And we understand this now, as we've learned that why? Because tefillah is that door, and it's going to allow everything to come forth. Even the things that are really waiting for us. Tefillah is the entity that allows it to come forth. So continues the Shearim B'Tfilah and the Pirkei Psicha. And he says, what is the yisodos of hatzlacha? What is the way to guarantee that we're going to ensure success in our tefillah? Is lehishtadel b'derech gadlus v'aliyah. To deal with tefillah in a manner of gadlus, that we want to become great in it. V'aliyah, and we want to ascend it. And what does that mean? That means that we go shlav after shlav, a little bit by a little bit. And he gives us an example. For example, that when one learns Torah, someone comes to yeshiva, 9th grade, he starts learning, and in the beginning, he knows how to learn a little bit. And then what happens in 10th grade? He knows how to learn a little bit more. 11th grade, a little bit more. And each year, it's assumed that he's going to know how to learn a little bit more. Now, if someone leaves Beis Medrash after being in a yeshiva system for 15 years, and he can't even open a sefer, that's a catastrophe. Because each year, you grow, and you get a little bit greater, a little bit more understanding, a little bit more depth, a little bit more clarity in one's learning. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, our tefillos should be the same. Now this is really an eye-opening line that he says in many of his svarim. How many of us, unfortunately, daven today the same way we davened when we were 8 years old, or maybe 14 years old. The same, we have our tefillah, we have our siddur, the same bar mitzvah siddur, and we're just going through the text like we do every day. Says Rav Shimshon Pincus, the yisodos of hatzlacha, if we want to ensure greatness, success, is we got to grow. We got to go and we got to get a little bit better each and every day. And he proves this from the famous Maimer Chazal, that tefillah is oimed berumei shalaylam. Tefillah stands in the heights of the world. And he says, so we have something that's up on the roof, and you want to get it from the roof. So you go to the side of your house and you look up and you see that your basketball is stuck in the roof. So what do? You get the ladder and you put it next to the building. And then you look up and you go to sleep. And the next day you come back and again you look at the ladder and you look up and you go. And every day you come to this ladder, maybe one day you take a step and you don't go anywhere. Are you ever going to get that ball off the roof? Are you ever going to attain the greatness that you're trying to get? Of course not. Tefillah is standing at the heights of the world. If you want to get something that is so high up, you need to get on the ladder. So he says, once we realize that tefillah is so incredible and so great, which is the picture he's been painting for us, the understanding that it's going to bring Mashiach, the understanding that it's going to give us success in business, it's going to give us good children, it's going to give us good health, it's going to give us shidduchim. Once we realize how incredible tefillah is, and then when we have the realization of what is that tefillah, it's just a door to open it up. So now we say, wow, this is amazing. I want to get this thing called tefillah. So what do we have to do? We have to deal with it like a ladder. Shlav achar shlav, a little bit each and every day. Each day climbing one rung higher to get higher on that ladder. And we conclude that Rav Shimshon Pincus continues, and he calls it a yeshna netkuda chashuva shahar beitayimba. I want to tell you something, he says, that many people make a mistake. And he says that people think that who are the people that know how to daven? The great Talmidei Chachamim, the tzaddikim, which is all true. But he explains that really tefillah is an umnis. It's a craft. It's like learning a new trait. It's something that how you going to become great in it. So it's true. If one is a Talmid Chacham, if one is a tzaddik, if one is a gadol, together with that, he's going to be doing this. But he says the mistake and the realization that we have to have, that once we realize that tefillah is a craft, we got to learn the craft. How are we going to learn the craft? A craft that's standing at the height of the world? It's called a little bit each and every day perhaps a little 5 minutes daily. Chevra, have a wonderful day.